my very first real full-time job was as a barista, and lucky for me, that was in a specialty coffee circumstance. So I was exposed to, coffee, but taken to the next level. This was in 2006 when I first came out of school. So it was really, really, really good exposure because I just piqued my interest in the fact that coffee was so much more than I thought it was. I was like, oh, there's something in this. And I really enjoyed the process. I really enjoyed learning about the whole thing, from farm to cup, that sort of vibe. So, yeah, that's where it started for me. So I sort of set myself on a path intentionally. How do I get to where I want to be? How do I get to be in a roasting environment? How do I do it? And for me, it was just a natural progression of barista all the way through to roasting. 2009 was really the founding year of the actual Ritual Coffee. Yeah. The original roastery started in York Street in Launceston under a different name altogether. We actually ended up having to move out here because of the way the zoning laws got changed in Launceston. It was the best thing that ever happened to us because we came out to what was a quiet industrial estate, a light industrial estate, where we could just focus on doing our thing. And then over time, we just had people sort of literally knocking on the door going, oh, I heard that you guys are roasting out here. Can we come in? And it just rolled on from there, really. After a couple of years, I could really see a niche in the market where there was a really, you had specialty coffee already and Ritual was right in there in the specialty coffee market, but there was a real gap there between the connection, even then, between the coffee itself and where it's been grown, picked, processed and packed. So farm to cup wasn't even a thing then. And I was like, I'm sure people want to know more about the provenance of the coffee, and that's where the brand Provenance was spawned from. So I went back to my brother-in-law at the time who owned the business, said, listen, how do you feel about me doing my own farm to cup brand, basically gypsy roasting here out of the roastery and seeing how it goes? And he was, definitely on board. He's fantastic in that regard. So I started that business, got it going, got myself a base here at the market as well. And it was great. The response was fantastic. Wholesale was difficult. That's a difficult part of business no matter what, because wholesale is very competitive regardless of what niche you're in. But the direct to customer was so fulfilling. Being able to talk to customers about the coffee and what farm it came from, what grower, all the information, people were just so deeply interested in that. And it was so fulfilling and satisfying. Whether or not it was a good business model is still got a question mark over it, but it got me a really good start. I sunk a lot of time, energy and money into that business, but it got me a really good start and a good insight into small business.
I feel like the businesses that people gravitate towards more are those businesses that feel like they're building towards something, or they're helping the community or their family kind of lay foundations to stay within the community.
I think a lot of people customers get a sense of ownership of your business, which is great. That's what we want people to get when they walk in here. You get such a good experience that they know that they can recommend it to a friend and go, hey, my local roaster is fantastic. I go there and grab it. I think because we've been here for such a long time and sort of had a lot of a hand in bringing this style of coffee roasting to Tasmania, the name itself is rooted in the community. That's also obviously, based around the fact that we have an open to the public warehouse where people come to get to see things firsthand. And then the market is much like that too. So the market is very community driven as well. The market is run by volunteers. It's a place where people can come and see our products firsthand there too, get to actually try the product there as well.
The market, we've got a couple of, essentially broke up into two sections. So one side where we're doing all of our takeaway coffee by the cup, and then the other side we're selling beans. So quite often we'll spend a bit of time talking through with customers all our blends, single origin and stuff. Everyone's always got some different brew methods.
Familiar faces from years and years been coming in, and they love to see the progress in the business as well, from the empty shell of a warehouse to where it sort of is now. People that are also loyal, that don't necessarily buy directly here, but they might buy directly from their local grocer that we stock coffee into and just constantly go there and get it. They know it's going to be fresh, it's going to be well stock taked, going to be looked after on the shelf, so they're getting a good product even from their local grocer. And then online as well. So we have people that have been subscribed since we started our subscription services years ago. So, 8, 9 years ago. And that's the customer we really want. We want people to be in love with our brand, essentially, like just had such a good experience that they're like, no, I know what I like and I like that and that's what I want. That's the ultimate customer for us, is that person. When you do something, you're like, is this going to work? And then people really get around it, customers really get around it, and they enjoy it, like the tea bag product or say the whiskey barrel aged coffee that we just released, and then it starts selling like this and you're like, whoa, okay, people are really liking this. That's really fulfilling. That's really satisfying. Yeah. You're just not sure. You think, are people going to want to drink a whiskey coffee? Are people going to want to drink, we know it's a good product, but do other people think it's a good product? You get a bit of a polarizing view on what you like with coffee because you're doing it day in, day out. Being connected with the customer and going, are they going to really like this? I hope so. We love it. But when they do it, and then you just see the product flying on it under its own steam, basically, like, that's awesome. It gives us the encouragement to try something else next time that we're like, will this work? I don't know, maybe we will. It would have been quite easy for us to just pursue a product that's easy to put on a supermarket shelf. If that was the experience we wanted people to have, where they just pick up the brand off the shelf and there's nothing more to it than that, we could have pushed the business in that direction and just gone, let's make the packaging appealing for a supermarket shelf. Let's make the price point appealing for a supermarket shelf. Let's get the product appealing as a supermarket shelf. But, we never wanted to do that. The business never wanted to be that. It always wanted to be a great coffee experience. Like, that's what it comes down to. Yeah. Our most, it sounds a bit lame, but our most recent iteration of our sort of tagline is for the love of coffee. And I think that's the best one we've had since, 2009. So, that's what it's all about, I guess.